So we're in Costco, and I see this case of Budweiser for $10. So I pick it up, I put it in the cart, and my wife's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm getting the beer. She said, put it back. I said, what are you talking about? She said, put it back. So I took it and I put it back. We started walking and went to go down this aisle. She stops and picks up this little jar of face cream, and it's $20. I said, wait a minute, you're going to buy this face cream for $20 and I can't have the beer for $10? She said, this face cream makes me look beautiful. I said, yeah, well, Budweiser could do it for half the price. I've been married 10 years, and before that I dated for a while. I was out there dating. You got to use the condoms, you know. Maybe not. Hey, did you know this? Ramses, an Egyptian pharaoh, they named a condom after him. He fathered over 160 children. Is that a good marketing thing? I actually bought condoms that came with directions on the pack. Said on my pack, don't ever reuse a condom. I'm like, you know, because for the longest time, I just kept rinsing mine out and hanging them on the line. And one time after we were married, just for fun, I bought the glow-in-the-dark condoms. Yeah. I put one on, I immediately became Darth Vader. I'm walking around the bedroom. Bring me the princess. My wife comes out of the bathroom. She goes, oh, there's a firefly in the house. She's always doing that. She has all these magazines, you know, on the coffee table. And they're about like how to have fun in the bedroom, stuff like that. So I picked one up, she was doing something, and I started thumbing through and I saw this article. I said, hey, babe, did you see this? She goes, no, what is it? I said, it says right here, the wife gets the husband in the mood, and then with onion rings, they play ring toss. I'm like, you want to give that a shot? She's like, okay. So she goes to the kitchen, comes back in the bedroom with a box of Cheerios, and I was... Laugh, I broke two, all right? She got a girlfriend, just turned 50 years old, got her first tattoo. She got a tattoo of a hummingbird on her butt. My wife was all excited. She said, Pearl got a tattoo of a hummingbird on her butt. What do you think of that? I said, I think in 20 years it'll be a condor. That's what I think. So I was in Florida, I mentioned, and I went to the beach and I got stung by a jellyfish. Yeah, a little jellyfish stung me right over here. And I came out of the water, and someone yelled something really strange I should do. Anybody know? Pee on it. I couldn't believe that. I come out of the water, I'm like, I'm stung by a jellyfish. Guy yells out, pee on it. Folks, it's over here. I mean, I'm Italian, but granted, you know, So now I got to figure arc, trajectory, wind resistance. Then I'm thinking, maybe if I just go straight up in the air and run under it. You know? Nothing works, so finally I'm in the men's room. I'm like, excuse me, sir, can you do me a big favor? Hey, come back here. I love the beach. But there's crazy things at the beach. Do you ever notice the hairy guys at the beach? Of course not. You think they're shrubs. You'll be walking down the beach. Hey, honey, look, someone left a gold chain on this bush. And all the piercings now? I saw one guy had hooks through his nose, more pins through his lips, hooks through his eyebrows. He went in the water, he came out, he caught 3 fish. And men are shaving everything now. Have you noticed that? Yeah, guys are shaving everything. They're shaving their arms, their chest, under their arms, their legs. They're shaving everything. And ladies, you've been shaving everything forever. And I mean everything. And not all women are beautiful everywhere. You know, you got an ugly house, you put a bush in front of it. You know what I'm saying? I put 2 in front of mine. We went to Plymouth Rock. I'd never been there before. I was working in Boston. We go to Plymouth Rock. And I get there, and I'm looking for this ginormous rock, and I can't find it anywhere. Finally, a guy says, no, pal, it's down there. Now, if you've been, you know what I'm talking about. They put it down on the ground so people stop taking chips off it. And I got this look on my face. I think I came all this way, and my wife was like, now what's wrong? I said, I don't know. You know, when you expect to see something for the first time, you think it's going to be really big, and you see it, and it's really little. You know what she said? Welcome to my world. About 2 weeks ago, I had to go on the road, and my wife said, honey, before you leave, why don't we run upstairs and make love? I said, babe, I can't do both. A few nights ago, she's in bed, she's rustling around. I said, what's the problem? She said, I can't sleep. I said, what's the matter? She said, I don't know, I got this feeling like I want to make love till the sun comes up. So I grabbed my phone, I hit the weather app. It said sunrise, 6:47. I said, all right, set the alarm for 6:45. And I almost made it. I was on a cruise a few months ago. I love cruising, you know, but I remember the first cruise I ever went on, no one warned me about that power flush toilet. Yeah, I got on there, I flushed. I don't think I quite got up in time. It's like... For the rest of the trip, I was tucking my twins in my socks. No shuffleboard for me today, guys. No, I'm just gonna throw these over the rail, let them soak a while. We had one, it was an older crowd. I mean, you know, some of them were, they were partying like it was $18.99, you know what I'm saying? It was so bad the midnight buffet was at noon. That's how bad it was. And there was one lady on the ship, kind of a full-figured gal, if you get my point. She was wearing a fishnet bathing suit, and she was snorkeling. Some guy had a couple of drinks and came out of the water. He's like, there's a manatee trapped in a fishnet. Somebody put lipstick on it. Well, we had a great itinerary. I swam with the dolphins. You ever do that? Swim with the dolphins? Yeah. My dolphin kissed me. Came out of the water. He's like, ooh. Then he kissed me. But then he got weird. Because you know how they come out of the water and they do that backup thing? Mine did it coming at me. Ever went to Mexico? Mexico was great. I got a little carried away with the food. I had the burrito El Diablo de Fuego. Yeah, which in Spanish means rectal reconstructive surgery. I took the first bite, my sneakers melted. I pooped lava for a day and a half. Boy, what I wouldn't do for a Klondike bar, you know? Oh, that feels good. Oh, that is cool, yeah. Then we went to St. Martin. I don't know if you've been there. St. Martin's great, yeah. Half Dutch, half French. On the French side, they have a beach called Orient Beach, which is clothing optional. And most people don't wear any clothes. And my friends are like, man, you gotta go check this out. There's people down there, no clothes on. It's like a nude camp. So I go down there and I'm walking among all these people and I realize something. I realized not everyone should be allowed to take all their clothes off. We need a little rule. If anything but the bottom of your feet is touching the sand, you're not allowed to take all your clothes off. And the old guys, you know, they're walking along the beach, gravity set in, they're knocking over sand castles, you know. Put a robe on, Grandpa. I mentioned my wife. This really happened, true story. One night, it was about a month ago, and we're having a really good time. We're in the bedroom, and we're just enjoying each other, and it's great. And I got a little carried away, and I injured the little general. So I go to the doctor, right? And he said, well, let me see. So he starts moving it around and pulling on it this way and then pulling on it that way. And I say, hey, Doc, anybody ever tell you got beautiful eyes?